My name is Christopher and I have HSV2 down here. I want to talk today about why most people have herpes. And I always get these questions and comments like, bro, not everyone has herpes. Or like, you can't say that most of us have herpes. And that's because a lot of people have no idea that oral herpes or cold sores are herpes. And that's because in society, we only think about associating the word herpes with genital herpes or HSV2. Most people don't even know that you can have genital HSV1, which comes from an oral herpes outbreak, regardless of symptoms. And in the people's heads who say that not everyone has herpes or most people don't have herpes, it's because they only think about what I have as being herpes. And informationally speaking, this is wrong, but also like from a proactive reducing transmission standpoint, this is also terrible, because if people aren't realizing that their cold sores are herpes, they're also not realizing that they have to disclose. And I'll go as far as to say, like, people probably don't willingly want to contract oral herpes. Like, nobody wants to voluntarily get cold sores. So I think it's important to disclose your oral herpes status, that you have ever had a cold sore, before you even kiss someone or before you perform oral sex on someone, because you can still transmit it to either location. And I'm sure that that person probably doesn't want to get it unknowingly. So I'm hoping that I can kind of like open people's eyes to realize, like, hey, your cold sore that you got as a kid is in fact an oral herpes outbreak, that all cold sores are herpes, but not all herpes is sexually transmitted. And maybe we can kind of normalize at least calling cold sores herpes, because they're going to have a direct impact on individuals if they end up with HSV1 genitally. Because people with HSV1 genitally feel the same stigma as HSV2 genitally, but the source of HSV1 genitally is typically a normal thing that you just get when you're run down. And that's my main issue with the stigma. Check out the pinned video on TikTok if you want to learn more about how people are viewing different people differently based on the location of your outbreak. That's all. Love you, miss you, hope you're doing well. We basically all have herpes, but we're only being judged if it's involved with sex. Have a good day. See you in the next video. Extra help in the description box.